hours in Santa Monica. This is Mornings, LALATE.
It's a major morning here on Mornings LA as the toast is toasting, the butter is butter, and the coffee is brewing, and big stimulus checks for 2023 pass. So the combination of 3 years of stimulus checks. We're going to go over all these incredible checks in today's recording. It's 2021, 2022 stimulus checks all at the same time. It's huge sums of money, and we're going to go over all these incredible sums of money in today's recording. You need these sums of money fast stimulus, $300,000 across the board, 18 months, $3,000 a month, and 5 checks per month. Have you become a member? Do it right now. Get that incredible membership newsletter where all those incredible checks are detailed for you. And these are stimulus checks for you, SSI, stimulus checks for you, SSDI, stimulus checks for you, veterans, SSA, and all across the board, low income as well. These are stimulus checks A to Q, and we're going to go over each of these incredible checks in this broadcast one at a time. These huge checks. Then we'll turn to unemployment stimulus, and then small business owner stimulus, $26,000 per employee. Wow, that is deliciousness. These 2023 stimulus checks are huge because a combination of 3 years of laws passed. And once a law is passed, it remains a law so long as it's still funded. And these checks are still funded. And viewers are cleaning up with these beautiful checks. Plus, we'll go over the many details of what's happening with the markets minutes ago. Unemployment claims falling dramatically. Great news there. Morgan Stanley saying inflation has peaked. Do I agree? I'll explain the latest details in today's recording. UI could potentially go to 4% in unemployment. Inflation could go to 4%, and rates could go to 4%. What would that mean for you? Well, the latest details on those comments and what it means across the board. Plus, returning to stimulus. Be smarter than you are. You got this stimulus. Do it right now and move as quickly as you can. It's a big day, and the toast is toasting, of the butter is butter, and the coffee is brewing, and also the cold weather is brewing as well. It's just darn cold today. From the shores of Santa Monica, California, I'm excited you're here. It's Mornings LA. Big checks pass, and these are great checks. Have you become a member? Do it right now. You deserve these incredible checks that are fast for you. I'm going to go over all these incredible sums of money one at a time. In this broadcast, these are checks for you, SSI, stimulus checks for you, SSDI, SSA, and veterans. The breaking news starts right now. Good morning, everybody. Hope you're having a beautiful day. As beautiful 2023 stimulus checks have been passed, including R, but these rest of these checks are all for you. We're going to go over the incredible 2023 stimulus checks paid. Viewers have been paid at these incredible checks, members of this channel, and they're all in that membership newsletter. Have you become a member? Do it right today. Purple Hawk, Purple Power Casino VIP. In this broadcast, we're going to go over the categories of checks. These are stimulus checks for you, SSI, stimulus checks for you, SSDI, SSA, veterans, A to C, E to K, and L to Q. We're going to go over the categories first. And again, these are federal stimulus checks from the federal government. They're from those beautiful people in D.C., and these are checks for all these people on that graphic right there. We're going to go over all these incredible checks one at a time, the categories. Then we'll go over each check individually. Then we'll go to unemployment stimulus, huge sums of money, $26,000 per employee. And then we'll go to the incredible PEBT stimulus checks. Then we'll go into the market details of what's going on with this market right today. As unemployment claims fell dramatically, wow. Procter & Gamble miss, Alcoa miss, UI could be going to 4%. Oh, baby. And then we'd be looking at be smarter than you are, do this stimulus right now, and move and get this stimulus right now. It's a big broadcast. I'm excited you're here. And from the shores of Santa Monica, California, good morning, and hope you're staying warm. It is not that warm here today in Los Angeles. Oxymoron? Yeah, sort of. How you doing? 2023 is a great year for stimulus checks because it's the combination of 3 years of laws passed. These are passed stimulus laws. We're not hoping for them, they're passed. And once a law is passed, it remains a law unless it has an expiration provision. These don't. It remains a law as long as it's still funded. And these are. And we're going to go over these incredible checks that viewers are getting every day on this channel. They're checks for you, SSI. Stimulus checks for you, SSDI, SSA, veterans, low income. How do you get them? Stay with this 1 hour broadcast. We're going to first go over the categories of checks, how they became law. Then we'll go over each check one at a time. Right after we get to check C, we're going to go over that membership newsletter. Have you become a member? Do it right today. Then we'll continue to these checks E to K and L to Q. Then over to the $26,000 per employee stimulus check. Wow, just incredible. And then we'll be going over to PBT, and then we'll go into the market recap across the board. As the market is open, look at that market, down 157 right now. The Dow is down 157 points right now at 9:34 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. The NASDAQ is down sharply as well. Big day. Big money, big news. Let's get to it right now. These incredible stimulus checks start with stimulus checks A to C. A to C were passed by Joe Biden, and they're beautiful, beautiful stimulus checks. Let's look at what those stimulus checks A to C look like starting right now. These beautiful stimulus checks A to C were done by Joe Biden, and they're huge. Become a member and get these incredible stimulus checks. A to C are over $100,000 of beautiful stimulus checks for you. And these great stimulus checks are just wonderful. Joe Biden did these in 2022 in a series of executive actions. And as soon as he did them, I immediately got them into the membership newsletter for you. These are stimulus checks A to C, and they're absolutely beautiful. Single individual, 75,000 less, go get them. Married couple, 150,000 less, go get them. And if you're on benefits, go get them across the board. These are beautiful stimulus checks. And we're going to go over each of these incredible checks in this broadcast. Then came stimulus checks E through K. E through K came from Congress. Let's look at those beautiful checks right now. Those came from Congress after Joe Biden in 2022. And again, these are checks for you. SSI, SSDI, SSA, veterans, low income. These are beautiful stimulus checks E through K, and Congress did these after the Joe Biden checks. Growing more checks across the board, and they are really just wonderful. Then I found more checks for you thereafter, L and M, N and O, and P and Q. Get all these incredible stimulus checks. Become a member because you qualify. So A to C from Joe Biden, then came E to K from Congress, and then I found more checks for you, L to Q, and they're all for members in that beautiful membership newsletter. Thereafter in this broadcast, we're going to go over to the $26,000 per person stimulus check R, unemployment, and PEBT stimulus checks. Get them right now. First, let's start with these A to Q checks. And these A to Q checks are for you, SSI, for you, SSDI, for you, SSA, for you, veterans. Have you become a member? Do it right this minute. Do not wait a minute. Become a member, then go right into that incredible membership newsletter right this moment and get these beautiful stimulus checks. 18 months, $3,000 a month, 5 checks per month, just beautiful. Same eligibility. These are stimulus checks for you, SSI. Stimulus checks for you, SSDI. Stimulus checks for you, SSA. Stimulus checks for you, veterans. Stimulus checks for you, low income. Anyone who makes less than $75,000, get these incredible checks. Now, let's go over each of these wonderful checks one at a time. Stimulus check A is a $6,500 to $12,000 stimulus check, passed in 2022, still law and still paying out, still funded. Stimulus check B is $15,000 to $80,000, passed in 2022, still funded and still law. Stimulus check C, passed in 2021, still funded and still law. Let's look at each of these incredible checks one at a time, starting right now. Stimulus check A is a $6,500 to $12,000 stimulus check. Wow. So how do you get this? You go under this video, become a member, Purple Hawk, Purple Power Casino VIP, and get this beautiful stimulus check A. Get it SSI, get it SSDI, get it SSA, get it low income, get it veterans, get that beautiful stimulus check A. You're not done there yet. You're going to go get stimulus check B. Stimulus check B is huge because this is the check that helps pay you 18 months of stimulus checks. You're going to need that with a 2-year recession, a 24-month recession. Go right in this video, become a member, and go right down to stimulus check B and pounce and get that huge sums of money. And then go get stimulus check C, which is for rent, utilities, and mortgage assistance. And stimulus check C is just beautiful. You deserve these big sums of money, and they've been passed for you. Why would you not get them? Of course you're going to go get them. Let's look at some of those beautiful numbers for stimulus check C that have been law for a while. Do you want $30,000 of rent? Of course you do. Go right in this video, become a member, Purple Hawk, Purple Power Casino VIP, and get those $30,000 of rent. Do you want $15,000 of utilities? Of course you do. Get that beautiful stimulus check C. In that membership newsletter, it tells you who to call, what to say, and how to say it. So make sure you reach out to all 12 places and get that $15,000 of utilities, which is happening all the time. It's grown from this graphic across the board. Combinations of checks, Nisa was $23,000. She went to $50,000. Mark was at $32,000. He went to $50,000. Then he went even higher. He went to $166,000 thereafter. And Lorraine, she was at $105,000. She went to $150,000. And Dragon, a triple member to all three channels, she has cleaned up with a massive $170,000 of stimulus. Those are your beautiful stimulus checks A through C. Just wonderful. In a second, we're going to continue then to stimulus checks E through K and L to Q. But now, for just a second, let's turn to the incredible membership newsletter. What is the membership newsletter? Have you become a member? Join the hundreds that join every day. And let's go look at that beautiful membership newsletter right now. So in February of 2022, I was the only American broadcaster recording that the U.S. economy would suffer recession starting in February 2023. And I said it's going to be a 2-month recession, a 24-month recession. Well, viewers at the time immediately said, LA, if that's the case, give me some stimulus checks. And I did. That day, Joe Biden passed a series of executive actions, A, B, and C. And I found that I immediately featured them in the membership newsletter that night. Now, I had a triple focus for myself at the time. One, I needed to get you big checks. I don't want to hear about ridiculous $100 checks or $600 checks or $1,200 checks. No, it's a 2-year recession, 24-month. That's not going to cut it. A $1,200 check, you need lots of checks, tens of thousands of dollars, and we found it. The average payout is 18 months of monthly stimulus checks on this channel. $3,000 a month, 5 checks per month. It's absolutely wonderful. And B is the check that really helps with that a lot. Then I went at broad eligibility because I want to make sure that you qualify, and we got it. These stimulus checks for you, SSDI. Stimulus checks for you, SSA. Stimulus checks for you, SSDI. Veterans, low income, anyone who made less than $75,000. These are law, and you want to get these incredible stimulus checks. Then I wanted the ease of ability to get these incredible checks. And initially, the membership newsletter was delivered from me to you Monday through Friday, 7 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. But then I thought, well, wait a second. We can do this even better. We can do this even bolder. What about a newsletter that never closes? That's a website. Brilliant. news.la.com/newsletter. That website is now the newsletter as second home. My gift to you for Christmas 2022, news.la.com/newsletter. I make it even easier. You don't even have to remember the website. You don't even have to write it down. It's at the top of the chat, the pinned comment, and in the description of the video. Again, the pinned comment, the top of the video, and the description of the video. Grab the password from the most recent post on the channel in which you're a member, and put that password into that password-protected newsletter right now and get those beautiful stimulus checks. So far, we've only done stimulus checks A to C. Well, we are getting rocket and rolling. Let's go to stimulus checks E to K. Wow. So here we go. Let's get some more stimulus starting right now. Stimulus checks E to K. Beautiful. E is a $7,500 stimulus check. Love it. Then we have the gorgeous stimulus check F, a $4,000 stimulus check. Incredible. Stimulus check G. It's a beautiful 30% off. H is a $2,000 stimulus check. Wow. And then stimulus check I and J, $8,000 and $8,000. Stimulus check K, $14,000. Just wonderful. Again, those are beautiful stimulus checks from Congress. Thereafter, I found more stimulus checks for you. L and M, N and O, and P and Q. These are all 2023 stimulus checks for you, SSI, SSA, veterans, low income. Stimulus check L, $100,000 on average of loan interest-free money. M, $4,000 stimulus check. And then stimulus check N, zero down, is a beautiful brand new computer, tablet, and laptop, free internet. Stimulus check N in that membership newsletter. Stimulus check O is zero down payment, zero closing costs. And then we have the gorgeous P and Q. P is 3% on a refi, and Q is an $8,000 stimulus check. Wow. So there you go. That is the beautiful stimulus checks A to C, E to K, and L to Q. They all have the same eligibility. These are stimulus checks from the federal government to you if you're an American. If you live in U.S. states or U.S. territories, has nothing to do with what state you live in. It's not coming from a governor. He's not even touching the envelope or the stamp. From the federal government. Stimulus checks for you if you make less than $75,000. Go get them. How do you get them? You go on this video, become a member, Purple Hawk, Purple Barrett, and Calcino VIP. In addition to these incredible stimulus checks, we have Stimulus Check R. Stimulus Check R is brand new, and it's huge, and it's for small business owners. If you are a small business owner when the pandemic hit, well, get ready for $26,000 per employee. How does this work? It works on a very simple concept. If you had an employee in 2019, the pandemic hit, you kept them on staff in 2020, and you kept them on staff for 3 quarters of 2021, you're getting $26,000 per employee. My goodness. So if this is 20 employees, you're getting $500,000 of stimulus. Yes, you notice the difference of this channel right away, don't you? You notice the difference as a broadcaster right away, don't you? This is stimulus scholarly. I'm trying to make you a stimulus scholar. I'm trying to make you a payment PhD. This is not novice stimulus. This is not introductory or elementary grade school stimulus. When is a $600 check landing in my bank account? I'm not here for that. I'm here to get you $60,000 checks. Or in this case, $600,000 stimulus checks. Yes, if you had 20 employees on staff in 2019, the pandemic hit, you kept them on staff in 2020, and you kept them on staff in 2021 for 3 quarters, that is over $500,000 of stimulus. It's the Employee Tax Retention Tax Credit Stimulus Check. It's a Stimulus Check R in the membership newsletter. Become a member right now. What are you waiting for? And reach out to a tax preparer for this incredible Stimulus Check R. It is just huge. In the last 2 days, we have learned that there's been over 30,000 check jobs fired, whether it's Lyft or Twitter, whether it's Microsoft or Alphabet. Lots of jobs are being fired, and these are people that are paid big jobs and big firings. So they're entitled to money as well. And you may work at the local nickel and dime store, and you're also entitled to unemployment. Do you understand how to get this? Let me go over the details of it right now. 2 steps. Step 1, file the claim with your Department of Unemployment. Step 2, ask for weekly checks. Let's do this 2 steps starting right now. On step 1, you're going to file the claim. What date were you fired? Let's say it's October 1st. Use that date in this example. October 1st. Then, willing to work? Yes. Able to work? Done. Claim will be approved. Step 2, you have to ask for weekly benefits. For every week that you are a fired W-2 unemployed person, you're entitled to a stimulus check. And it's a lot of money. And you can do this backwards. If you just found this channel in February, you did not know about this from what happened to you last year. And this is going to be critical because over, 30,000 high-paying tech jobs were fired in the last 2 weeks. And while the unemployment numbers coming up late in the second half of this recording show improvement on labor, it falls apart later in a recession. And we have those comments from one of the major bank heads just minutes ago. So have you become a member? Purple Hawk, Purple Power, Calcino VIP. Become a member right tonight, right today, right this morning. And later today, perhaps later in this broadcast, you're going to learn about a brand new feature, benefit, that's included in your membership. Oh, wow. This is getting exciting. Become a member right today and get all these incredible stimulus checks across the board. And with that, let's get ready for the second half. In the big second half, we're going to look at that market. Look at it. It's down 157, the Dow. The NASDAQ is down sharply. It comes after that 600-point drop just a few days ago. We'll go over the latest details on what happened, and guess what? You don't want to hear this, but more corporate earnings misses. Don't want to hear that. Procter & Gamble missing overnight. Alcoa missing overnight. And then we potentially could have 4% inflation, 4% rates, and 4% unemployment, says one of the major bank heads. Morgan Stanley says inflation's peaked, but look at those unemployment claims dropping. Is that good news or is that bad news? We'll go over what happened this week with other companies missing as well, and we'll go over what to see for your stimulus. Become a member, get all these incredible stimulus checks right now. These are stimulus checks that are passed for you. And the big second half, we're going to go over what it means to get it right now, be smarter than you are, and move for all these incredible stimulus checks. It's a big broadcast, and the day is just starting, and the morning's just starting. The coffee's brewing, the butter's buttering, the toast is toasting. I will be back with you in 60 seconds as all this and more continues from the shores of Santa Monica, California, on a big, beautiful, delicious morning's broadcast continues on this gorgeous day. See you back in 60 seconds.
If you want money right now, not 5 days from now, and not 5 weeks from now, then reach out to the community page. The volunteers can help you find that money for rent and utilities. That's at news.la.com/community. The community page features a series of volunteers who are viewers like you. They can help you find rent, utilities, SNAP, food benefits, mortgage assistance, and help you with eviction moratorium questions as well. Their Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram individuals reach out to them and indicate the city and state you're from, and they'll get back to you shortly. That's a community page. Volunteers working for you, viewers helping one another. Stay with LA for more. Join LALATE Daily for the excitement of the new LALATE live daily. The excitement starts on Mornings LALATE at 9 a.m. Home LALATE returns at 11 a.m. daily. And then afternoons LALATE at 1 p.m. Join us daily as the excitement continues live from Santa Monica on LALATE.
And the excitement continues in the big second half from the shores of Santa Monica, California, with the understanding that 2023 is the greatest year for stimulus. Why? Because all these incredible years of stimulus checks are still law. Over $500 million of it. It's 2020, 2021, 2022. Those incredible stimulus checks are in that beautiful membership newsletter. Did you become a member? Join the incredible family. I see a lot of members in live chat. And boy, what a beautiful day it is. There's Dallas and there's Ann and there's Shirley. Hey, good morning. And if you're in the live chat and I didn't give you a shout out, give me a shout out. I'll give it one right back to you. Hope you're having a beautiful day from the shores of Santa Monica, California. The market's really not happy again. The Dow's down 157. The NASDAQ is falling across the board. And this is on news of so many elements across the board. So Morgan Stanley minutes ago said that get ready for potentially for 4% unemployment, 4% inflation, 4% interest rates. Unemployment falls apart later in a recession, and that is what we're looking at across the board. 4% inflation, yeah, coming down, but 4% unemployment going up, and also 4% interest rates. Jobless claims fell today, which is good. It fell by 15,000 new unemployment claims for the week ending January 14th. Economists were looking for 215,000, which would have been growth from 200,000 the week before, but it went the other direction. Very interesting. Meantime, Jamie Dimon, a CEO at JP Morgan Chase, says there's a lot of underlying inflation that won't go away quickly. There we go. Stocks initially opened lower on Thursday, and they remain lower across the board. Bank of America is giving a double downgrade to Charles Schwab. Ouch. This change is driven by our view that client cash sorting will continue at elevated paces, and the Fed will end its interest rate hiking cycle by the summer, removing a powerful near-term profit driver for banks. So do I agree the Federal Reserve is going to end their hiking by the middle of the summer? Maybe. It's really hard to say. Morgan Stanley CEO James Coleman spoke minutes ago that clearly inflation's peaked. Do I agree? I do agree. First time you're hearing this from me on this broadcast, on this channel. I do agree that inflation has finally peaked. I don't believe that component parts like rent has peaked. I don't believe groceries have peaked, but I do believe inflation's peaked, so I do think we're coming down from here. What the Federal Reserve would do with that is another question. That is no longer a question, it's a fact, says Morgan Stanley CEO minutes ago. The question is, can they get it down to 2%? Meaning, can the Federal Reserve get it to 2% inflation? No, they can't. And how hard will they try to get to 2% versus stabilizing around 3 to 4%? What a great quote that is by Corbett. So, will the Fed say we have to have 2%? Or will the Fed say, you know what, just leave it at 3 to 4%? Pause, think, wait a second. Who said this first? Who said this first? Who said to you, it's not even 2022. Who said to this to you in 2021 that the Federal Reserve is never going to get inflation to 2%, and they're going to stop somewhere around 4%? Let's do that line again. Who was the first to say to you the Federal Reserve is never going to get inflation to 2%? They're going to get to 4%, and they're going to have to stop, because it's just too hard to get it to 2%. If you're in the live chat, jump in that live chat and write the guy or person who said it first that the Federal Reserve is never going to get inflation to 2%. They're going to raise rates. They're never going to get inflation to 2%. And they're going to stop around 4%. Well, here's a teaser. It was not Morgan Stanley's CEO, James Corman. It was someone else you sort of know. It was me. Yeah, I said this in 2021. And now Corman, head of Morgan Stanley, says this is what's going to happen. They're going to get to 4% and leave it alone. They're getting inflation to 4%. They'll have an unemployment of 4%, and they'll have interest rates at 4%, and that'll be it. And that's the kind of zone we can deal with. That'll be appropriate time to pause and let the interest rates work through the system. Do I agree? I do agree. I think that 444 is something we can all live with. I think it's something we can all live with. The question is whether the Federal Reserve will really wake up to this. And I think they should have woken up to this a long time ago. I mean, they could have watched me. Because, again, this is something I said nearly 2 years ago. They're going to get inflation down to about a 4%, and a 4%. They're going to have to stop. Here again, there's a graphic. 4% unemployment, higher. 4% inflation, lower, and 4% rates. I had predicted that Federal Reserve is going to get to 4% and just stop. They're not going to get it to 2%. And that is what's being said today by that Morgan Stanley CEO. We all understood that unemployment falls apart later in recession, and that's what's in the cards right today. And if we get to that zone, we're good, says Gorman. I agree. Here's the unemployment claims. 190. We're expected to go higher. It didn't. Last week was 205,000 new jobless claims. It did not go higher to 215. It went down to 190. Great news as well. Banks are having problems with credit card debts unpaid. Discover, the online bank, lost 7.3% based upon credit losses from the prior year. And here comes Procter and Alcoa. Corporate earnings, big indication of how bad this economy is. Goldman missed earlier this week. Morgan beat. But here comes Procter and Alcoa minutes ago. Procter missed. Alcoa missed. More indication of recession. Companies missing on their final quarter from 2022. Procter and Gamble, fell 1% in pre-market trading based upon its misses across the board, and Alcoa is down on its misses additionally. Let's jump over to this graphic. Be smarter than you are. You got this stimulus now, and you move now for the stimulus. You have done such a great job in 3 years. Imagine how much you've learned for this channel. Imagine how smart you have gotten. Don't underestimate your abilities to be a stimulus scholar, to be a payment PhD. Don't underestimate your abilities to learn these things. And you got this stimulus now. You do it right now because everyone's saying what I've been saying for over 2 years. The recession starts next month. So move very quickly across the board. So with that, a little bit of messaging and also a little bit of tough love. Starting today, I'm not going to really answer the very basic questions anymore because I don't think we should, because you got this. For example, where is the newsletter? I'm not going to answer that anymore because that means that you're either not listening or you just want a little bit of attention. It's mentioned every broadcast, every hour, every day on all 3 channels. How many hours a day do you want me to repeat the same thing? The newsletter's at the top of the chat, the pinned comment in the description of the video. Now, be very frank, very few people ask that question anymore because it's so easy now. It's a website. And it's a news.la.com/newsletter. My Christmas gift for you in 2022. It's so simple. It's very, very basic right now. And that is why the question is asked less, but I'm not going to really answer it anymore because you clearly know the answer and maybe you just want a little bit of tough love with it. It's, again, here. It's at the top of the chat, the pinned comment, the description of the video. I've seen, maybe 2 people a day out of thousands and tens of thousands of members saying crazy questions like, it was there and disappeared on me. What do you mean? It ran out the door? I don't understand. It was there and got frightened and ran for it. These comments are so interesting. So I'm not going to answer this anymore because I think we moved on. It's on the screen right there. It's at the top of the chat. It's in the pinned comment in the description of the video. So not going to answer it. Don't even bother asking it. It's right there on the screen. Number 2, how do I get the password? The password is in the most recent post for members on your channel. There's posts every 15 minutes. I think I said earlier today an hour. It's 15 minutes. Every 15 minutes there's posts on your channel for members. And in every post it has the most current password word. So I don't think this needs to be repeated anymore. I think it's time to move on and improve ourselves as persons and not deal with very basic stuff like wear my glasses. You got this, and you need to move right now. And that is why we're feeling so good about ourselves. Have you felt really good about yourselves? Anne was on the live show last night, and so is Dragon, and so are other people. You're going to join me tonight. Shirley, you're going to join me tonight. And what about Dallas? You're going to join me tonight. What was that live show last night? It was Crypto Live, Crypto Wall Street Live on Channel 3. It's all about taking it to another level, folks. And we're not going to be left back in the old level of, where is this? No. You know where it is. We're going to go to the next level. We're going to start making money, big money. We're here to make big sums of money. Do you want tens of thousands of dollars, hundreds of thousands of dollars? Do you want even more money in 2023? Of course you do. So tune into Wall Street Crypto Live on Channel 3 every night at 7 o'clock. We had a lot of fun last night. Ann was there and other people were as well. It's the new hit show as this Channel 3 tries to become the bigger powerhouse of cryptocurrency that it can become, covering the latest details on cryptocurrency and also Wall Street. In the evenings, we have 3 live shows. On Channel 1, this channel, we have LALATE Live, airing every night at 5 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. Recapping the latest details of the markets, very critical because of the economy. Going over the latest details of stimulus. Then on Channel 2, we have Stimulus Live that goes over all the details of your stimulus if you need some recap on these details. And then on Channel 3, we have Crypto and Wall Street Live. I love that show, and I think you love it as well. It's a big year to make big sums of money, and it's a big year for you to get bigger and bolder. And you're doing such a great job, so start today. Go on to this video, become a member. Purple Hawk, Purple Power, Casino, VIP. Get all these incredible stimulus checks one at a time and do what you do so well. Become a payment PhD and a stimulus scholar. These are stimulus checks for you. Keep on pouncing. Keep on doing everything you have done so well. It's all with you. It's all there. And you have the ability. You have the skill. Stay informed and stay focused. I'll see you next at noontime on 11 a.m.'s Home LA on Channel 1.